Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. It is the 7th of June, it's Monday, and it is about 12:30 in the afternoon. So today's walk is going to take us along line 6, the new LRT system that is currently under construction on Finch. So the first stop here is at 3950 Keele Street, and we're at the Finch West subway station. Let's just take a broader look at the building itself. And just across the street, if you can see in the horizon, that same sort of structure with the black and white vertical striping on the top of the building, that's also part of the station, on the opposite side of the street, on the east side of Keele. So today we are going to be walking west. So today's video, and for the next probably few days, is thanks to a viewer who recommended that I do a line 6 LRT walk, station walk. So this video is dedicated to you. So thank you very much for the inspiration, and I hope that you enjoy this video and the ones following. So we are approaching Keele and Finch Avenue West, and I think we need to cross the street to the south side of Finch so we can walk west along Finch and see how many stations we can find. So you can see the north side of Finch sidewalk is closed off, and that is looking to the east on Finch. So I am trying to juggle a few notes and my water bottle along with the camera, so if it's a bit jerky, I do apologize. So the length of this of the Finch West LRT, also known as line 6 Finch West, as you can see, it's currently under construction. It doesn't seem to be, based on what I looked at on the site, was it's not as far along in construction as the Eglinton Crosstown line walk that I did a while back. So it's 11 kilometers in length, and there are 18 stations. I think the Eglinton line walk that I did was 25 stations and 19 kilometers, I think. So this is definitely shorter. I'm not very familiar with Finch, other than the sort of the Finch Young area, but much east or west of Young on Finch. I'm really unfamiliar with this territory, so this is going to be a good experience for me. I hope for you as well. Now you can see that a lot of the pathway, the pedestrian pathway, is at this point covered by some screening and fencing on either side. I'm sure it will open up shortly, I would hope. Otherwise, it might be a pretty boring walk. So the LRT is scheduled to open in 2023. So we're taking the first subway station walk from the most east side, which is where we started at Finch Street West. And then we're going to try and get to Sentinel Station and Tobermory, I think it is, and then Driftwood. Now it is pretty hot out. I left the house and it was 27. It took me about half an hour by car to get here. So we'll see how far I want to take this. So I do walk in one direction, then I've got to turn around and walk back. I've got a lot of sunscreen on. I'm well hydrated. I've got water with me. I've got a big sun hat on. Dressed right, good shoes, so I'm good to go. So supposed to get up to 32 today. Now I had planned to leave earlier. I'm not sure exactly why I didn't leave earlier in the morning, but I think that will be my goal going forward, so that I walk west in the morning and I have the sun behind me. But then again, I do have to turn around and walk back east, so it's almost irrelevant. But for recording purposes, just makes it that much more comfortable. So it says here the east terminal of the line is to be built at Finch West Station at line 1. That's the Young University line in North York. That's where we started. And then it continues to say, after a short tunnel at Finch Street West until it reaches Highway 27, and from there the line will run underground to the west terminal at Humber's College North Campus West at Highway 27. I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a breeze. Not complaining, just a breeze would be welcome. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. Yesterday I went out and purchased a few more plants and some pots for planting, and I was just about done all the planting in the pots. And that's a cute little walkway into a residential neighborhood, and everything was planted, and I was about to get the transplant fertilizer and condition the newly potted plants, and the table that all the plants were sitting on toppled over and broke a few of my pots and a few of the stems on some of the plants, but I was able to, I think, salvage everything okay, put them back in their original containers. So after today's video, I am going to buy replacement pots for the ones that broke yesterday. So I was reading on the TTC site that TTC might totally overhaul ride fares. The TTC is working to make things more accessible and equitable. And a couple of the considerations that I've read were capping fares at a daily, weekly, or monthly maximum, providing free trips once those limits are reached. So I thought that was super interesting. I like the idea of trying something new. That certainly sounds very appealing to many people, I'm sure. I like that they're thinking outside of the box and going beyond what's considered, quote, normal, unquote, which I don't think that word really exists. Well, it does, but I think it has different meanings than it did even 10 years ago. Normal. Okay, so this is the site of the next LRT stop. This is Sentinel. So you can see again across the street that part of the roadway is blocked off. And here, I'm not sure if anything's going to happen here, but possibly. Anyhow, so this is the next station. So I guess we would consider this station number 2 along our journey today. Oh my gosh, that was really weird. It said cross for me, but the guy was coming from the north. That was interesting. It's awfully confusing. But it's red on the north side. Oh, okay, never mind. I see what happened. Just that I saw an individual crossing the street, and he was crossing in the same direction that I was. And a car coming southbound honked at him, and I thought, why is he honking at that guy? It's a cross, certainly on the south side of the street that I'm on, but I guess it wasn't on the north side of the street. That seems odd to me. Anyway, not to worry. Tobermory is going to be our next station. Now up ahead, I know the camera can't pick this up, but up ahead I do see like a large, not crane, but what's it called? Not this guy, but is that a backhoe? You know, where they dig into the ground and bring dirt up? I think that's a backhoe. Not that that's important, but I do see construction up ahead is the point. So that is likely the next station. We're at St. Wilfrid Catholic School. You can clearly see all the construction that's happening here. It must look familiar to those of you who watched by Eglinton Crosstown Station Walk. I saw a lot of similar sites. So good news is my husband and I have dates for our second shot on all days July 1st. What a perfect day. My first shot was on my birthday, and now, which was, you know, considered a significant day, and then July 1st, which is yet another significant day. So those two dates mark two important events for me. So we went onto the Government of Ontario site and booked, rather my husband booked for both of us. And then in the middle of this month, roughly, hopefully, the city will open up. With, of course, certain restrictions, but step forward. Looks like we're at Dairy Downs Park. I had to take my sunglasses off because with this wide brim hat that I'm wearing, it's making it super shaded. Dairy Downs Park. Huh. That's at 1505 Finch. Well, I'm so thrilled to be exploring this territory. I know I've driven here by car. I'm sure I must have. You know, to a specific destination, but when you're driving by car, you don't necessarily see what you see when you're walking. And I would have honestly had rare occasion to come up to Finch. So nobody I know lives here, or there's nothing that I would need to get that's up here that I can't get that closer to home. See, there's that big dig. Yeah, I think that's called a backhoe. He's just trying to do something there. Oh, I know. He's trying to push debris onto a pile. Digging and then scooping it up and then placing it on the pile, but he was also pushing. So this has got to be it. Yeah. Yeah, this must be the toe. Why am I having a hard time with this name? Where is it? Tobermory. This is probably it. I'll just cross back down through here. Not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there's a pretty big dig just across the way there. station. And of course, that's probably where the tracks are going to be located. So here we are at Tobermory. Tobermory. Why do I want to say that? Drive. Okay, next station for the day is Driftwood. That should be an easy one to remember as far as pronunciation. $2023. It's like a year and a half away. I don't know about that. I wonder. So much yet to do. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that that happens. I'm sure if the TTC is going to make any changes to that date, hopefully they'll update the site. It's pretty dusty along this route for a pedestrian. I'm sort of chewing on some dust at the moment. So it looks like the whole north side sidewalk is no longer. Certainly since the beginning of our walk, so the first few stations along Finch, sidewalk access is only to the south. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Well, it looks like those townhomes, does it look like they're under construction or about to be torn down? Well, maybe not. Yeah, spacious townhouses. Danger. Yeah, they're fenced off, so and I see somebody walking here. And I see like a soccer net. But it looks like that's probably going to be coming down at some point. Perhaps people are still living there for the interim until Oh, well, you know what? Maybe that fencing is because of this line being put in, and to avoid people perhaps trying to cross Finch from their townhouse. And that makes sense. Yeah, that's probably the case. When I see that fencing, I see it so much during my walks that it usually indicates, you know, demolition is about to happen. But I guess demolition is sort of happening, but not there. Just across the street. Oh, there's a bit of a breeze. Does that ever feel nice? It's not quite as bright as it was yesterday. Like the sun was blinding yesterday. And I had to do an errand, and the errand took me to Eglinton and Leaside area, Yonge and Laird. Not Yonge and Laird, Eglinton and Laird. So it's about an hour walk there and then an hour walk home, and I did that starting at I think 2 in the afternoon. So by the time I got home, I was pretty sweaty. It was a hot one. Oh, that breeze is so nice. I'm sorry if it is affecting the audio, but the good thing is I'm getting some pleasure from the cool down of that breeze. I hope I didn't pass Driftwood. I could have missed a street sign, possibly.
Yes, ma'am. Huh?
Where are we right now? Oh yeah, here is Driftwood. So there is Driftwood Avenue. So this is the next station. So this is station 4. It doesn't take much, right, to get here?
Asked that with a big sign that says no left turn.
And here we are looking south on Driftwood. And you can see just south of Finch there's a lot of residential and of course some commercial. Okay, let's continue west. What's the next one? And the next one is Jane and Finch. Jane and Finch. So this is the Jane Finch Mall. Oh, yeah. So I'm just gonna switch hands here, so I apologize. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, so we've been walking actually for exactly half an hour. Jane Finch Mall, Shoppers Drug Mart, Taco Bell, Tim Hortons, Freshco. All kinds of smaller shops. Such a great sentiment. My humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together. Desmond Tutu. Nice. That put a smile on my face. I hope it did the same for you. So here we are at Jane and Finch. Oh, I can't cross here? What's going on here? Sidewalk closed. How do I get there then? Okay, I'm going to cross the street to the north. I'm crossing Finch to the north on Jane. How did that happen? I think I have to then loop around to get to the west side of Jane. Okay, here we go. So here looks like the station markers. You can see a big dig there. To the south. Yeah. So this will conclude this part of our LRT walk for today along Finch. And we will pick up where we left off. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.